press space. Alright, welcome. I am DFuxa and I am playing Monaco, What's Yours is Mine. This is pretty much the first video on my Let's Play channel, and for those viewing, it could really help me out a lot if you just could place a comment or two after you watch this video to tell me if you think the audio levels might be worth adjusting. Right now I have like the music and the sound at a fairly moderate levels for what they are right now. If you feel they're a little bit too loud or too silent, let me know. If you can't hear me over the microphone, over the music or the sounds, then that's an issue, right? So let me know in the comments and I'll fix that. But anyhow, Monaco, What's Yours is Mine. This is a very interesting heist type of game. Essentially, you are basically a criminal, a dirty criminal. And for the most part, you're basically just, how can I put it? You're basically trying to, you know, commit heists and like dastardly deeds and all that. And let's just start the first mission here, the locksmith's story, and let's go from there. We're gonna play this offline, so let's go do that. You can press, you can play this either single player or in online co-op. I'll note that the multiplayer aspect, if you go into it, I don't really think much of it because you don't really have like sort of like any private setting type of deal, I guess, to make use of. Oh, I think we joined someone else's game there. You can like press space to join a lobby. I actually just want to make my own lobby there. And that's something to note. You really don't have like any real control, so to speak, on like what you do with like the multiplayer type of thing. So let's just sort of jump into the offline mode and just go from there. All right, so Prison Break. At the start here with like the locksmith story, the first mission, you have access to the locksmith, the lookout, the pickpocket, and the cleaner. Essentially, you know, you're in prison. You're just breaking out in the first heist. So let's just take it from there. We'll go with the locksmith, and we'll just basically give a showcase of the game and how it sort of plays. So there's actually a story. I won't ruin it for you, so I'll skip that. But essentially, there's like a small story that sort of goes along with the prison break and everything. So yes, we're escaping. I'm the little blue guy there on the screen. Now, you'll notice that there's no cursor. The game is like really, I guess, kind of different in that you don't get a cursor unless you're gonna like actually need the cursor. Those little squares or diamonds or whatever you want to say of them, or they're coins. You collect them as, you know, their loot. And these guys just basically, you know, give me a little bit of information about the mechanics for balancing, blah blah. Watch out for guards. There's like little trinkets where, like, you know, I have this guy type on the computer. You can sneak around by pressing shift and or holding the right mouse button or whatever. If I press control, you can see what's going on with like how many coins you have, how many lives you have. Basically what your objective is right now. Right now it's just to escape, obviously. Now, the concept of this game is very simple, but it gets more difficult the farther you progress in. So here's like, basically we're just going to power out the lights here and all that. Then we'll take this ladder and use it. And we'll go out here. So the first mission is very straightforward. You're just basically escaping from the prison. It's kind of like a very simple tutorial, move around. You get one enemy in the final part here. If guards are chasing, you can break their line of sight, blah blah. Let's see. Oh, there's the guard right there. So yeah, there's basically a guard wandering around. You basically want to just avoid him a little bit. Now, I'll note that if you're sneaking around like I am right now, it actually makes it a little bit easier to avoid detection from these guys. Okay, he's coming out. You can see his footsteps there a little bit if you look at the screen. Basically, you can see footsteps for where the guys are marching. Now, I'm sneaking right now, so these guys are having a very hard time detecting me, but it gets more difficult the farther you progress in and all that. Infirmary. We'll get those coins. Now, as you can see, there's lots of med packs all over the place. Basically, those are used to heal you if you get damaged. I didn't take any damage here, so it's not a big issue. Let's just shut down the power here. Now, you'll note that basically when I'm shutting down the power, basically, it's letting me get through like this area here, which had like the cross beams, the sensor lights, sensor lasers. And we'll just get into this van and we'll just get out of here. So there's Prison Break beaten. So that took me 3 minutes and 10 seconds to do it. There's basically there's like high score times and all that for those who want to basically get the highest score. But I don't really care about that. It doesn't really matter to me. Hijack at the hairpin. Sure, we'll try this one. So hijack at the hairpin. It's basically you're going to do a little bit of combat in this one. Let's see here. Let's go with the cleaner. So there's different basically classes that you can play for your characters. In multiplayer games, you can only play one class, like, you know, in contrast to the other players. So if someone's the cleaner, you can't play the cleaner. But you'll have access to the other characters that aren't being played. If in single player, it's not really a big an issue. So we'll take the muscle, I'll call this guy. Because that's what he really is, the muscle. And yes, we get weapons. So we got ourselves a shotgun. And now we got a cursor, so I can aim this around and shoot at people if I need to. By the way, every 10 coins you get basically more ammo for your equipment and your weapons and stuff like that. You'll basically get more ammo for shotguns, for special equipment and stuff. So you see that little shotgun appearing above me, that's me getting more ammo. Now I don't have to shoot this guy, but I could if I want to. Whoop. Alright, so this guy saw me. But big deal, was run by him. Now notice that this guy's a little bit slower in opening doors, unlike the locksmith, who is really quick. So each basically character gets their own special, you know, aspects and attributes. The locksmith's good at picking doors. This guy's good at basically being a thug. You'll see that in a little bit. I just have to find a suitable suspect to use my skills on. Okay, this guy, what are you doing? Okay, so if this guy approaches someone from behind like this, you basically make them unconscious. I like hurting people, is basically what this class is all about. Let's go this way. Nothing in here. See if we can get this guy. So yeah, that guy was gotten. If you're fast enough, you can basically get them from the front, but usually want to approach them from the back. Okay, we want to go to the shoreline, but... Actually, you know what? Let's just come back to this. We're going to go to the shoreline and basically pick up the mole. So this is like a rescue mission where you're basically picking up a new type of guy. Here's the mole. And now the mole. And the mole is basically very special in that he can basically tunnel. Basically, I can break through walls and stuff. See, I'm basically breaking through stuff like the walls here. You can basically tunnel, kind of like, you know, Minecraft. You can go wherever you want to. Alright, we cleaned out everyone, so let's just get out of here. Hijack at the hairpin is complete. Did it in 3 minutes and a second. as you basically go along, you'll unlock, like, you know, the new stuff to basically go use. So basically we did like the first two things here, the prison break and the hijack at the hairpin. If I want to, I could go down to like the pickpocket story. I haven't done any of this other stuff down here, like the pickpocket story, the origins of I guess the mole. This might be the lookout. Other stuff. Anyhow, so yeah, let's just actually do something a little bit new. So I've yet to do this, the pickpocket thing here. So let's see what this is all about. We'll use a pickpocket this time. And we'll just look at the story a little bit since I haven't seen the story. So, your friend already told me everything, Inspector Voltaire. Prison break, the hijack, the mole, everything. My friend has a complicated relationship with the truth. Are you trying to tell me that you didn't escape from prison? You didn't rob the palace, the museum, the casino? And you didn't kill a man in a nightclub? Not so fast, Cloche. Start at the beginning, at the hijack. If you'll check your records, you'll notice that that only 3 prisoners were listed as missing that night in the prison break. And the mole wasn't the only prisoner that went missing at the hijack. But you round up all the other prisoners from the transport. Are you sure about that? We're in Monaco. Do you really think you can tell the difference between the liars, the gamblers, and the thieves? The pickpocket's recollection of the accident scene is quite a bit more hectic. Prepare for a challenge. Ready? So yes, we're basically gonna, we're basically going to go with the pickpocket here. And he has a little bit more of a, you know, hectic recollection. Now, the pickpocket here, he's a monkey. It's basically the same story as the locksmith, but now we're doing a little bit more hostile. And my monkey, as you can see, likes to pick up coins for me, so that's quite nice of him. Looks like those prisoners there is running around rampantly. Now, this is a lot more difficult, as you can see, but not that much more difficult. Oh, so we got damaged there a little bit, so yeah, you can be hurt. But let's actually use a shotgun for once. So yeah, that's how the shotgun works. It's basically a shotgun. So we took out everyone there. They're all out of the way. We can use the med pack now to heal up if we want to. Get a little bit of money here. Looks like these guys don't talk to us. Alright, let's go to Monaco Railway and have a look around in here. Route Monaco. My monkey's going to collect a little bit of coins for us. The monkey's name is Hector, by the way. Oh. I'm going to get spied. Yeah, he's noticing something, but he's not specifically noticing me entirely. Yeah, the monkey can be useful for getting gold that you're going to have some difficulty getting to. Let's go in here. See what we can find. Alright, we cleaned out the place. Let's go to the shoreline. Find a mole. Alright, so we're on the shoreline. There's the mole. Looks like there's actually someone out here this time around. A couple of people, actually. Ooh, there's stuff to get in here. Yeah, I could have probably escaped right away, but we're gonna get these coins. Coins. Coins make the life, you know. Yeah, okay, that guy looks kind of demented.
What?
These basic enemies here, by the way, are called Watchmen. You basically have different classes of enemies. The first guys are Watchmen. Later you'll get, like, policemen, agents. If you run out of line of sight, someone, it makes it very hard for them to track you. If you make sound, then they will track you very easily. I generally only use the shotgun, for example, when I need to, so... I basically see the locksmith story as basically being very, how can I put it, tutorial-ish. But then you get to the other guys that are a little bit more, you know, aggressive and less tutorial-ish. They're basically, you know, actual gameplay. Alright, so that loaded, finally. Had a little bit of a break there. So, yeah, basically we've gone through, you know, a couple of these missions here, and we're going through the pickpocket story. Essentially, you have, like, you know, a nice little, you know, different branches to basically explore, of, like, you know, the locksmith story, the pickpocket story, the origins, the finale down here. There's probably some other stuff down there, too. You basically get to see what, you know, what's going on with, like, the story lines and all that. Anyhow, so that's Monaco, What's Yours Is Mine. It's a very, I guess it's a very, very interesting puzzle type of game, so to speak. It's not really so much, you know, like Twitch-based combat or anything. You have a little bit of puzzle and strategy and stealth in there. So it's a nice little interesting concept. It's very cheap and you can get it on Steam. I got it on sale for, I think, like $2.50 Canadian, so you can certainly get it very cheap. I actually recommend buying it if you haven't already. And, you know, hope you've enjoyed the video. So take care.